Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. As we approach the launch of Season 3 here in Warzone and Black Ops 6, the devs are slowly revealing more and more about this seasonal update. And today, we've got even more Season 3 reveals to break down, starting first with a new post from Treyarch yesterday that actually teased some stuff for Season 3. Obviously, they've been talking a lot about zombies the past few days. This one is more of a story-based and lore-based update for Season 3 that does tease some Season 3 content. So they say, quote, did he figure out the Pantheon's silver bullet all the way back in 89? Pick up the trail when Season 3 begins. We've got this short, like 45-second little teaser video in the Rogue team hideout on the outskirts of Avalon. And we've got Adler in this little warehouse here on a very messy desk. Someone is not organizing. We've got Woods talking to him in the background. Little XM4, I think. And the quote that we have on the tweet there with the tape labeled J. Hudson. And then it fades to black, right? But this being the main thing here, we've obviously had leaks that Hudson was going to be a main operator for Season 3. We now have this tape teasing Hudson as being a part of the main story with this. And then we got today's first initial reveal, which essentially confirms these theories. Hey everyone, quickly want to give a shout out to my friends over at G Fuel. It of course is tournament time right now. Madness is in the air, being that it is March, of course. And how is this for a bit of a G Fuel bracket showdown, little battle royale-esque showdown here, ranking my favorite flavors of G Fuel. I gotta say, man, that watermelon limeade is absolutely incredible. And right now, alongside the G Fuel showdown, they're doing a buy one get one free event. The best possible savings here. Buy one tub, get another one free. If you want to check this out, the link will be down in the description below. So early this morning, Call of Duty posted this, saying, we're going home. Verdansk returns to Call of Duty Warzone on April 3rd. And we get the official Warzone key art for Season 3. And in this image, we can actually see a lot. So obviously, first and foremost, Verdansk in the background. I believe that this is more so a mashup of the POIs or like an altered angle here, because this is not the layout of downtown where we have this original building here that obviously has the smoke coming out of it. The Ascender on top, that's almost the exact same building layout that we had for that building in downtown back in original Verdansk. We got what I believe here is like the B flag building from the downtown ground war map in Modern Warfare 2019. But then there's also a Ferris wheel here in the center, and that's just not there in downtown. So unless they're changing up downtown to a major extent and putting a Ferris wheel in the middle of a street, this is more so just a mashup of like random POIs and elements in the background here. I don't know if we have to look too much into that, but then we see several characters here giving us some confirmation. So first up, front and center, we've got Hudson as an operator, and in this image, he's actually holding the Kilo 141. We can zoom in a little bit more. Obviously, it's going to be a bit blurry as we do zoom in more, but it looks like he is holding the Kilo. You can especially tell because the stock there is just extremely recognizable. But Hudson, the main operator here. We also have Ghost sitting on the right side, holding what appears to be the AMAX. So obviously, we've seen the Kilo in trailers, so we had that confirmed. The AMAX was also seen there. We had that confirmed, but also leaked. And then also, we have Mace, Modern Warfare 2019 operator, in fact, returning here on the left. And it looks like he's holding the HDR, it would seem, with like the sniper scope on there as well. So we have several leaks all connecting here as Mace and Hudson being leaked operators for Season 3, now officially confirmed. The weapons that we've had initially leaked, then actually confirmed through the trailers that we've seen so far, reappearing yet again, Kilo, AMAX, HDR all showing up there. It is also interesting that the other operators in here, obviously they're not all new, but you can see, like, for instance, this one on the right, it looks like he's holding the Supri. So I'm wondering if there's going to be more focus on like MW2 and MW3 weapons. There's been a lot of focus on those older weapons, the Modern Warfare weapons in some of the trailers previously with like the M4s and whatnot. So I do wonder if as we jump back to Verdansk, obviously a Modern Warfare map, they do have a bit more emphasis on those weapons and actually buff them quite a bit to have them be more competitive and sort of play more into that nostalgia, if you will. I think that'd be something to look out for here. Obviously, we'll know when the full patch notes drop or as we get more announcements. announcements, which of course, as they are continuing to reveal and announce, various things happening for season 3 multiplayer zombies Warzone related, you guys know this is the place to be to stay up to date with all the need to know info right as it happens. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications to always stay up to date. And if you enjoyed this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. Much love to everyone who does take the time to do so. For what it's worth, also, as I've been sitting here sort of looking at this key art image a little bit more, obviously we've, like I said, had leaks for several of the things featured in that key art reveal and some of the trailers that we've had revealed up until this point, with the AMAX, the Kilo, the HDR, Hudson being the main operator. You may recall we covered these leaks a few days back with some of the other operator code names. One of them referenced was Rose, and obviously so far with all of the content updates and all the reveals, trailers, everything that we've seen so far, the teasers, we've seen Hudson now, we've seen Mace as well. We haven't seen Rose though, which is particularly interesting, as that was one of the main things that when it first leaked, it's like, oh, they're bringing this back. Rose is going to be a main operator. I'm sure the Rose skin is coming back as well. That was classic on Verdansk because it blended into everything and was basically paid to win there. Interesting though that that's yet to be seen, but then also it lines up with the Grau as well, alongside the other leaked weapons that surfaced with the Kilo, the AMAX, the HDR. The Grau was listed in there too, and obviously through all the trailers, through all the key art and everything so far, I've had, my eyes set. Is there a Grau anywhere? Super analyzing, right? That's my favorite weapon of all time. I'm trying to see if it's back, and we've had that missing as well. But you also may recall that the Ghost of Hope recently talked about how maybe they're not dropping all this classic content right at the launch and instead going to reserve it for maybe season 3 Reloaded or beyond. We talked about this leak the other day, but Hope said pretty sure the Grau is Reloaded or season 4. So just because we haven't seen some of this stuff revealed in any of the stuff that's been announced or teased so far doesn't mean it's not necessarily going to happen. It certainly could be a, hey, we already know Verdansk's launch is going to be super hyped up. We don't have to drop everything right at once. It's probably going to help with retention if they save some of the more highly coveted, highly requested things like the Grau, like the Rose skin for the Reloaded update, so that players come back for that, or for season 4 so that players come back for that. So just a little bit more of the long-term outlook that could potentially be shaping up here. Also, funny enough, I was in the middle of recording for this video, got a notification from my Ring doorbell, and went out to grab the package. Wasn't what I was expecting, but nonetheless, it's from Call of Duty. It's kind of large, so the camera angle is going to be weird here, but wanted to open this up and kind of show you guys because it's actually pretty cool. It comes in this nice little like Verdansk themed box. But if I go ahead and I flip this back and I open it up, inside is such a cool little Verdansk like plaque that I want to inspect a little bit more, see if there's anything interesting that we can notice on it. This thing is like solid wood. It's beefy. And yes, if you're wondering, I'm a professional unboxer. Leave a like for more unboxing videos, but this is the plaque. So you can see my stuff down at the bottom. It's got my name on it. It shows my wins, my top 5 finishes, and my favorite drop zone. What I'm gaining from this is that once we hit top 5, I choked a lot. I sold that. We didn't win that many after we look at that. We had what? 511 top 5s and 298 BR wins. I don't know how accurate these stats are, like when they tracked, if they were total. I feel like I have more wins than that, but nonetheless, we do. But here's the actual like layout itself. This thing, like I said, is solid wood. I'm head glitching it IRL, but it's just like a, I don't know what you call this. It's a Verdansk map, obviously. I don't know the like correct terminology for what kind of map this is, but it like fully shows all the POIs, just like not detailed, right? So like in the bottom there, we've got prison, we go up to stadium. That indeed is a stadium roof that is intact though. So interesting to note that. I don't know technically if this is the original version of Verdansk and this is supposed to be like the 2020 map, or if this is the new version of Verdansk that's coming back and they're just showing it. Either way, obviously we got airport and everything up there. We've got the dam up towards the top as well. There is the ATC tower there. Worth mentioning, I would say. But yeah, definitely a surprise package here for Verdansk. I'm curious to know if there's anything on here that's maybe teasing something that I'm missing. Feel free to leave your, theories down in the comments below as well. But yeah, that's going to wrap things up for this one. A lot going on here, and I assume even more is going to be happening here in the coming days and weeks as we get closer and closer to the launch of season 3. So definitely be on the lookout. You guys know I will if you want to make sure you are in the know for everything going on in Call of Duty. This is the place to be. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you enjoyed the video, a like rating on your way out would be seriously appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.